This is Mark Sims again. Just a few questions. Just a few questions. My little podcast. I have Reverend Arkin Turner on. Arkin Turner, you on the line?
I am on the line. I'm excited to be on the line with you with this exciting podcast thing that you have going.
Man, I was at a radio station. What's that radio station? WCTP. What's that?
WCPT,
Okay. And I was on the
Progressive Radio.
I was on
Yeah.
a family meeting,
Yes,
and
sir.
you were in the other studio doing your show. And please forgive me. I got out of the groove of listening. Tell people about your radio. I was on a radio show. Then I saw you in the other studio doing your radio show. Tell people about your radio show. Then talk about your church.
Yeah. Well, Divinely Powered is the show, and it is what it says. We spend an hour each Sunday from 3 to 4 sharing with the audience how they are already divinely powered and helping them bring forth that divinity into their lives. That's our purpose of being on the radio, to help Chicagoans, help people all over the universe, because it is on Facebook and it is on the website, on the WCPT website, letting them know that, hey, it's already there. You came here with it, and let's talk about how to bring it forth, how to expose yourself to yourself, so to speak. That's what that's all about. And then our services on Sundays at 11 a.m. So we leave our services at 7415 Southeast End, Unity of Chicago South, and we book it on up to 5400 Milwaukee, so we can be live on the radio from 3 to 4 p.m. Yeah,
I'm going to put those links to your church and to the radio show on the bottom of this video. But
great.
would you consider yourself, Arkin Turner, a prosperity minister?
You know, Mark, that's an interesting question. I used to think that, but I've evolved. And I believe that I am now in that mode of transformational. That's our goal. That's our job, to help people transform to their thinking from where they are to understand who they really are. So on my website, it's transformational ministry, and that's the focus with our workshops, with our classes, and with our Sunday celebration. It's all about transforming lives from where you are to all you can be. Yes.
You told me that you have one of the few unity churches in Chicago.
Yes, there are three unity churches. And what I always tell people, Mark, so we can identify who we are with them, is that I ask them the question: have you ever seen that little book called The Daily Word? And 8 out of 10 times, folks say, "Oh, yes, I know about the Daily Word." And I say, we are part of that organization that actually prints and produces the Daily Word. We're an affiliate with the Unity Worldwide Ministry, the Unity Churches. And they say, "Oh, I've been reading the Daily Word for years, and I didn't even know that there was actually a church that I could attend that teaches and preaches those same philosophies and principles." And we say, well, yeah, we're right here in South Shore, developing a congregation, developing a following, because we know the importance of bringing forth your divinity in your life.
So you're teaching a new thought, and that's a new thought ministry.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you and I are both familiar with the Reverend Dr. John, the late Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, and she came out of Unity to create Christ Universal Temple. So we're in that movement that she came out of, the Unity movement. Yes, absolutely. New Thought, along with religious science and divine science, all three of those are three of the primary components of the New Thought movement as far as church organizations are concerned.
And when I think of new thought, this is my final question for the show, for this little podcast. Arkin Turner, Reverend Arkin Turner. When I think
Thank you.
new thought, when I think new thought, Reverend Arkin, I think middle class. I think upper class. I don't. I always think that new thought is not for people that I know personally, like me, working class people. I don't think it's for the poor and working class. Am I wrong?
Yes, you are absolutely wrong. Take the philosophy that we are all created equal. We just don't know how equal we are. And New Thought is designed with its metaphysical nature to help anyone understand the depths of the Christian teachings, the Buddhist teachings, whatever spiritual teachings one may be in. There's a deeper message that's available for all. And if you look at the actual uh, founders or the master teachers, you will find that their message was to the masses. It was all about bringing those folks, as you say, the working folks, the folks at the low end of the spectrum, bringing them into the light of understanding who and what they are and who and what they can achieve. So who and what they are and what they are possible to achieve in their life, what's possible for them to achieve in their life. That's what it's all about. So no, it's not at all just for. It's to help those get to that middle and upper class level based on the divinity within each and every one of them, knowing that they have it and knowing that they have a right to use it.
Reverend R. Ken Turner, thanks for being on the podcast. Hopefully, everybody will look on the bottom of this video and check out your links and listen to your show. And may come see you on the east side of Chicago, over east, as we used to call it, over east in Chicago.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mark, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you for your listeners for staying with us for these few minutes. Thank you, man. Have a wonderful day. And as I like to say, blessings and bliss.